Have you ever stopped to ponder what money truly is? A question so simple, yet it carries within it the weight of civilizations, the rise and fall of empires, and the ever-evolving story of human progress. Money, in its essence, is nothing more than a concept, an idea that has shaped our world in profound ways. Like air, it's all around us, yet invisible in its true form. We chase it, we save it, we spend it, we even dream about it. But do we ever truly understand it? It's a tool that allows us to trade, a measure that assigns value, and a vault that stores this value for future use. Consider this. In your pocket, you may carry a piece of paper or a piece of metal and believe it to hold value. But why? It's not the paper or metal itself that's valuable, but the trust we place in it. Trust that others will recognize its worth, and trust in the system that issues and regulates it. Money, then, is a shared illusion, a societal agreement. It's also a mirror, reflecting our history, our culture, and our values. It's an enigma, constantly changing yet always the same in its fundamental purpose. It's a force that drives us, divides us, unites us, and sometimes even defines us. It's a language we all speak, a game we all play, a shadow that follows us throughout our lives. But where did this enigma come from? How did it come to be? How has it evolved, and where is it headed? These are questions that invite us to delve deeper, to unravel the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of our everyday lives. So let's pull back the curtain. Let's question, explore, and learn. Let's embark on a journey through time to understand the evolution of this fascinating entity we call money. To understand money, we must first travel back to a time when it did not exist. Picture a world where the concept of coins, notes, and digital transactions are as alien as a language never spoken. This was a time when the barter system reigned, a simple yet rudimentary form of trade, marking the dawn of exchange. The barter system was as straightforward as it gets. It was a direct trade of goods and services between two parties. Say you're a farmer with an abundance of wheat, but you need some tools. You find a blacksmith who's in need of wheat. You exchange your surplus wheat for the blacksmith's tools. This is the barter system in its purest form, a coincidence of wants, a mutual symbiosis of needs. Yet, as simple as it may sound, the barter system had its fair share of limitations, the primary one being the need for this coincidence of wants. What if the blacksmith didn't need wheat? What if he needed milk instead? This would mean you'd have to find someone who had milk, needed wheat, and was willing to trade. This was not just time-consuming, but also incredibly inefficient. The second limitation was the difficulty in storing wealth. In a world where wealth was measured in grains, cattle, or tools, storing and maintaining these assets was a monumental task. Grains could spoil, cattle could die, and tools could rust. This made wealth transient and highly unstable. The barter system, despite its simplicity, was riddled with inefficiencies. It was these inefficiencies that led to the next stage in the evolution of money. As societies grew, the need for a more stable, standardized system of exchange became evident. This need was the catalyst for a revolutionary change, giving rise to the advent of commodity money. The inefficiencies of barter gave rise to the advent of commodity money. And just like that, we took our first step towards the concept of money as we know it today. But that, dear listeners, is a tale for another time. Imagine a world where shells, grains, and even cattle were a measure of wealth. That's right, we're diving into the advent of commodity money, a fascinating leap in the evolution of money. Commodity money was a significant improvement over the barter system, where goods were directly exchanged for other goods. Instead of bartering, people began to use items with intrinsic value, things that were valuable in and of themselves, not just for what they could be exchanged for. Take cowrie shells, for instance. These weren't just pretty decorations, but a form of currency that was widely accepted. Why? Well, they were durable, portable, and hard to forge. They were used in many parts of the world, including Africa, South Asia, and China. And it wasn't just shells. Grains like barley and wheat were also used as a form of money, especially in ancient civilizations like Egypt and Mesopotamia. These grains were valuable, easy to measure, and could even be consumed in times of need. Even cattle, yes, cattle, were used as a measure of wealth. In some societies, the more cattle you had, the wealthier you were considered. But, as you can imagine, commodity money had its fair share of problems. Storing these commodities was a challenge. I mean, imagine trying to store a herd of cattle in your backyard. And then, there was the issue of authenticity. How could you be sure that the grains you received weren't mixed with dirt, or that the cowrie shells weren't counterfeit? Despite these challenges, commodity money was a crucial first step towards standardization. It was a system that allowed for a more universal understanding of value and wealth. But as society grew and evolved, so did the need for a more convenient, more manageable form of exchange. And so, in this quest for a more efficient system, mankind stumbled upon a shiny, durable, and malleable solution: metal. But that, dear listener, is a story for another scene. In the quest for a more convenient form of exchange, mankind stumbled upon the concept of metal coins. Picture a world where precious metals became the new wealth. This was a time when humanity took a significant leap towards the concept of money as we know it today. The emergence of metal coins marked a significant shift in the realm of commerce and economic exchange. Imagine the hustle and bustle of ancient markets, where metals like gold, silver, and copper weren't just shiny objects of admiration, but carried intrinsic value. These were the early days of coinage, a concept that would revolutionize the world of trade and commerce. What made metal coins stand out? Their durability, for one. Unlike commodity money, which often consisted of perishable goods, metal coins could stand the test of time. They were resistant to wear and tear, and their longevity meant they could be used over and over again without losing their value. Another advantage was their divisibility. Metal coins could be broken down into smaller denominations, providing flexibility in transactions. This was a game changer. No longer did one have to find the exact match of goods for bartering, and trading became a more seamless process. But perhaps the most significant aspect was the intrinsic value of these metals. The metals used in coinage were considered valuable in themselves, lending credibility and acceptance to this form of money. Among the early adopters of metal coinage were the Lydians, an ancient civilization from what is now Western Turkey. They were known to use electrum, a naturally occurring alloy of gold and silver, for their coins. This was around the 7th century BCE, marking the birth of coinage and a major milestone in the evolution of money. With the advent of metal coins, the concept of money started becoming more concrete, more tangible. It was no longer just about trading goods or services. It was about a standardized medium of exchange that held its value. As societies grew and economies became more complex, the need for a more sophisticated form of money was felt. However, the importance of this leap towards metal coins cannot be understated, as it laid the groundwork for the monetary systems we know today. Scene script. Imagine a world where paper held more value than gold. Intriguing, isn't it? Well, this was the reality when paper money made its grand entry in China around the 7th century. A time when carrying weighty bags of coins was becoming impractical, and there was a need for a more convenient medium of exchange. The Chinese, innovative as they were, came up with an ingenious solution. They began to use paper notes, a precursor to the modern banknotes we use today. These were initially promissory notes issued by merchants, but eventually the government took over the production, ensuring standardization and control. But why did people accept these pieces of paper as money? The answer lies in one word: trust. This was the birth of what we call fiat money. Fiat, derived from the Latin word fieri, meaning it shall be, signifies money that holds value purely because a government maintains its worth and the people trust that government. So these pieces of paper didn't have inherent value like gold or silver coins. Their value was derived from the trust that people had in the system, that they could exchange these notes for goods or services. Paper money brought with it many advantages. For one, it was easier to handle and transport, making large transactions far more convenient. It also allowed for the concept of banking to take root, leading to the creation of a more organized financial system. However, like all things, it wasn't without its challenges. The system depended heavily on the stability of the government and the trust of the people. If either faltered, the value of the money could plummet, leading to economic chaos. But as history has shown us, humanity is nothing if not adaptable. We navigated these challenges, and paper money became the norm around the globe, setting the stage for the next evolution of money. But with the dawn of the digital age, money was set to transform once again. Envision a world where money is nothing more than numbers on a screen. Let's embark on a journey to the present, where money has taken a digital form, a world where transactions are as swift as a click, and banking is no longer confined to physical spaces. This is the era of digital money. The advent of digital money began with the introduction of credit cards in the mid-20th century. No longer were people chained to the constraints of carrying physical cash or writing checks. With a simple swipe, purchases could be made, bills could be paid, and money could be transferred. Then came online banking, a revolution that took the world by storm. Suddenly, bank visits became a thing of the past. With a few keystrokes, one could check their balance, pay bills, and even apply for loans. Money became more accessible than ever before, transcending geographical boundaries and time zones. But, just like the double-edged sword, this convenience came with its own set of challenges. The digital realm opened up a Pandora's box of cybercrime possibilities. Identity theft, phishing, and hacking became everyday threats, reminding us that while technology brings ease, it also brings new vulnerabilities. Yet, the digital evolution of money didn't stop there. As the world became more connected, the need for a more secure and anonymous way to transact became apparent. And so, the quest for a safer and more private form of digital money began. In this quest, blockchain technology emerged as a promising solution. By providing a decentralized and encrypted way of transacting, it offered a new level of security and anonymity, and from this technology, a new form of money was born. In the quest for security and anonymity, a new form of money was born. Welcome to a world where money is decentralized and encrypted. As we've journeyed through time, we've seen how money has evolved from simple barter to intricate digital systems. But no chapter in this story is as fascinating or as unexpected as the rise of cryptocurrencies. Imagine a currency free from central banks, governments, and traditional financial institutions. A currency where transactions are not only secure but also transparent. This is the ethos of cryptocurrencies, spearheaded by the enigmatic Bitcoin. Bitcoin emerged in 2009, an invention of an anonymous entity known only as Satoshi Nakamoto. It was the first digital currency to solve the double spending problem without the need for a central authority. This was achieved through an innovative technology called blockchain. But what is blockchain, you may ask? Simply put, it's a digital ledger, a continuously growing list of records, called blocks, which are linked and secured using cryptography. Each block contains a cryptographic hash of the previous block, a timestamp, and transaction data. This makes the system inherently resistant to modification of the data. Now you might be thinking, that's all well and good, but what does it mean for the future of money? Well, the implications are vast and varied. Cryptocurrencies offer a new way to store and transfer value that's fast, secure, and operates round the clock. They can make financial services more accessible, especially in places where traditional banking is out of reach. But it's not all rosy. The decentralized nature of cryptocurrencies has also led to concerns about their use for illegal activities. Their values can be highly volatile, creating potential financial risks. And let's not forget the environmental impact of mining these digital currencies. Yet despite these challenges, the world of cryptocurrencies is expanding. More and more businesses are accepting Bitcoin and other digital currencies. New coins are being minted every day, each with its own unique features and uses. As we stand at the cusp of this new frontier, one can't help but wonder what's next. What does the future hold for the concept of money? In the grand scheme of human history, money as we know it is a relatively recent invention. Its evolution, from shells and beads to paper and coins, and now to digital forms, is a testament to our relentless pursuit of progress and efficiency. As we stand on the brink of a new era, we must ask ourselves, what lies ahead for the concept of money? Cryptocurrencies are already reshaping our understanding of money. These digital assets, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, are decentralized, secure, and operate independently of traditional banking systems. They are not just a form of currency, but an entirely new financial ecosystem. As more people and institutions embrace cryptocurrencies, we can expect them to play an increasingly prominent role in our financial lives. But the future of money is not just about cryptocurrencies. The trend towards a cashless society has been accelerating, with countries like Sweden and China leading the way. The convenience of digital payments, coupled with the rise of mobile technology, is making physical cash seem almost archaic. Imagine a world where all transactions are conducted digitally, with a simple tap of your phone or a scan of your face. This is not just a possibility, but a very likely reality in the not-so-distant future. Technology, as always, will be the driving force behind these changes. Innovations like blockchain, artificial intelligence, and quantum computing will continue to shape and redefine our concept of money. They will make transactions faster, more secure, and more efficient. They will create new financial products and services and open up new possibilities for economic inclusion and empowerment. The future of money is exciting and full of potential. It promises a world of seamless transactions, greater financial freedom, and unprecedented economic opportunities. But it also presents challenges that we must face head-on. Questions about privacy, security, and regulation will need to be addressed as we navigate this new financial landscape. The journey of money, from shells to Bitcoin, is a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of progress. As we forge ahead into this brave new world, let us remember that money, in whatever form it takes, is ultimately a tool to facilitate exchange and create value. It is up to us to ensure that it serves the interests of all, not just a select few. So, what does this journey through the evolution of money tell us? Well, it's clear that the concept of money, just like any other aspect of human civilization, has been in a state of constant evolution. We began with the barter system, a simple but effective method of exchange that laid the groundwork for all future economic transactions. This system, however, had its limitations and was soon replaced by a more standardized form of trade, commodity money. It was a step towards unifying the measure of value, making trade more efficient and accessible. Then, we saw the birth of money as we know it today, in the form of metal coins. This was a significant leap in the evolution of money, establishing a tangible, universally accepted form of value. It was a revolution that paved the way for the next big leap, paper money. Paper money, a concept so familiar to us now, was once a radical idea. It represented a move away from tangible value, placing trust in a piece of paper and the promise it held. This was a testament to our ability to adapt, to evolve, and to put faith in systems bigger than ourselves. Then came the digital age, and with it, digital money. This was a shift unlike any other, taking money from the physical world and placing it in the digital realm. It was an evolution that reflected the rapid technological advancements of our time. And now, we stand on the cusp of a new frontier, cryptocurrency, a form of money that is decentralized, digital, and secured by cryptography. It's a concept that challenges our traditional understanding of money and promises a future where value and exchange are not controlled by central authorities. As we continue to innovate and evolve, so too will the concept of money, forever changing the way we perceive value and exchange. With each leap, we redefine our understanding of value, and in doing so, we redefine ourselves. This is the story of money, a story that is far from over,